Because I am a Christian, because of Jesus' command to love God, self, and others, I want to live in a world where everyone has the same opportunities. God really did send Jesus to save the world, and I want to do my small part to make God's kingdom a reality for all of us. This ministry of racial justice enables me to work toward that goal. I invite you to join us.
I don't think there was a church in Brunswick as involved as St. Athanasius, not a black church. People came to us from other denominations and, became members. Because we had so much going on and our outreach was so good. We had a kindergarten that, I'm sure they paid $0.25 a week to go to kindergarten. And they did that in the parish hall. And that was another thing that brought the kids in. And then they had a playground in the backyard of the parish hall also. And the community kids were allowed to come anytime they wanted to, just to play in the yard. And Daddy was always, but you have to understand, when I say Daddy, he's the only priest that I grew up with, okay? He was the only one I knew. So, and he was such an awesome person. And he just attracted people. People just came in because they could sit and talk with him. And he had so much going on. And he wanted to help all the people.
Several years ago, I was with a group of educators. We were in a small town in a rural county in Mississippi. And we were listening to a panel discussion of Black veterans of the local civil rights movement. One of the veterans told us of a confrontation he'd had in the 1980s with a prominent white official. And he told us of how he challenged the official by saying, those who created the problem have a responsibility to help solve the problem. The sentence immediately struck me. It articulated things I've been feeling for years but couldn't quite put into words, and it's very much stayed with me since.
I was here doing the time of integration. I was in Savannah, and I remember St. Matthew's holding mass meetings through the NAACP on Sunday afternoon. But let me also say this, because my parents were teachers, my association with the movement had to be very much undercover, because I couldn't afford to put pressure on my mother and father because they worked for the Board of Education to be on the front line. So a lot of the stuff I did, and I was a member of the youth, I can't think of the exact name of it now, but never out front.
And it starts with people of faith being intentional about changing systems and structures that affect people's lives. Starting first, I believe, in the church and moving out to the wider society. And I believe that in order to change the systems and structures that maintain oppression of any kind, it must begin right where we are, in our own settings.